What's up, y'all? It's been a little over a week since the last video. Wanted to hit you off with another one. About to go into a meeting, man. I'm just sitting here thinking about what's the next video going to be on. And you know what I've been really doing is just updating my progress and letting y'all know where I'm at. And so I figure I'll just keep with that theme. I'm walking through this old neighborhood, man. I'm at a meeting. This is a neighborhood I used to use real heavy in, so it's kind of nostalgic. I haven't walked down these streets in a while. But anyway, so I went to vocational rehab. Now, we already knew that I was going to be approved for funding, but we weren't sure how much. It's looking like it's all going to be covered. I'm waiting on a final word for exactly how much coverage I'm going to be getting. I expect to hear that in the next couple of days, but I really believe that it's all going to be covered. So, as I've been claiming stuff from the beginning, I'm going to go ahead and claim that because that's how this thing works. You know, you got to believe in what it is that you're doing, man. What's the point in doing something if you don't really believe in yourself? So, it's called the principle of faith. And so, what I've been looking at a lot is I got a new DVD in. I got Jay the Barber's Barber Quest DVD Volume 1. Really excited about that. I watched it one time and it was very helpful. It was a contrast to what Dave Diggs was doing on his video. I know Barber Quest was a little bit older, but still it had a lot of really good information to offer, and I feel like I'm going to be able to study it in a different way. I feel like there's more narrative information. Anyway, I'm not going to give you the review right now. I'm going to watch it 5 or 6 more times so I can give you guys good information. What I've really been looking at is this whole barbering thing, man. I don't know why barbers get into the industry or why they do what it is that they do to go. I mean, I keep hearing people talk about the barber game and people talking about hustling and stuff like that. And, you know, I really rarely even look at the money. I just hadn't looked at it, man. It was like for me personally, there was just this passion that was ignited within me, man. It was like I was already on a journey to find my purpose in life, to find my calling. And I found it in a lot of different ways, man. But my son said one day, he said, "Daddy," he said, "I want a faux hawk." And, you know, cutting my son's hair is one way that I nurture him, man. I spent a lot of time out there using dope and stuff, and I wasn't around. So when I cut my son's hair, man, it's more than just a haircut. For me, it's being daddy. It's being present. And it means a lot to me to do that. So I had to say, "Son, I can't give you a faux hawk. I don't know how." And, you know, he was cool. Wasn't a big deal. But that's what planted the seed. I started thinking, well, what's it going to take for you to be able to do it? So I started looking at barber college, and the schedule worked. Started to check and see, is funding available? I was like, nah, funding's not available for me, man. I'm a felon. I'm a drug addict. I've got a record, you know, a recovering drug addict. But still, man, I figured that'd be held against me. But the God that I serve is bigger than all of my problems. And he's just been showing out through this entire process. So, according to my faith, everything has been added unto me. And I've really experienced that, man. Sometimes you gotta step out there when it's uncomfortable, man. That's what courage is. That's what faith is. So anyway, all of it was there. I've gotten the funding. I've taken my $1,100 down payment to the school. My first day is August 4th of this year. And what I was getting back to was why people are in the barbering industry and whatever, and they call it a game and a hustle. And, you know, that's just not for me, man. I find myself so passionate and interested in the craft. I feel like barbering is about, part of it stands for being a man. What is a man? What is a man in the community? What is a father? What is a daddy? You know, what is a good citizen? You know, I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, barbers don't claim their taxes and stuff. Why not? Why not? Like I said, I was on this journey first, man. You know, I fall short every day. But I really do try, man, with everything I've got, man. I try to live with integrity and principles, and to live in a way that would indicate that I'm worthy of respect, that I have self-discipline, self-control, and you should be able to see the way I live and what I value. So my suggestion for anybody getting in the game is, you know, make sure you're genuinely passionate about it. Because barbering is about a whole lot more than a haircut. There's a stat on Google that says the average salary for an owner, I think that's off, that says the average salary is $22,000. It ain't for me. I suspect that stat, oh, I hope I don't die. I'm kidding, I'm good. I suspect that stat is relative to those who think that they can come in, learn to cut hair, learn to do a fade, whatever, get in the barber shop, start cutting hair, man. There's so many different aspects to being a barber. It's a privilege. It's a title. It's so much more than a haircut. So, anyways, man, I've just been looking at how I can live what it is that I believe in this barbering industry, and how I can affect positive change in the world, and also ultimately the most important thing, serve and fulfill my purpose, because I do believe in my purpose. And you know, I want to encourage everybody, if you don't know what your purpose is, man, get in touch with your purpose. Find out what it is that God wants you to do with your life, because if you keep trying to do what it is that you want to do, you might find that you run into resistance or that you struggle. But when you got God behind you and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing all along, there's not a man on this earth, there's no force around that can stop you from fulfilling your purpose. You watch, if something happens and I don't get my funding, I still fulfill my purpose, man. It takes a lot of prayer, it takes a lot of meditation, a lot of faith, courage. Man, it takes truly living a principled life. So, you know, I'm not saying you should be like me or nothing like that. I just want to document this thing from ground zero, because I'm for real, start from nothing. And I have complete faith about where I'm going to end up at. And I'm not talking about from a monetary standpoint. I'm talking about from a lifestyle perspective, from the change that's going to be affected, from the peace that I'm going to experience. So all the thanks goes to God for everything, every experience that I've ever had. And look for an update. I think the next video will be my review on Barber Quest. But you never know. It could change. See ya.